Hey gamers, listen up. Some of the most iconic and legendary games in history aren't available anymore. That's right, they've been delisted, shut down, or erased due to licensing, server closures, or corporate decisions. Games we loved, games that inspired millions, have just vanished. Today we're counting down 10 unforgettable titles that are gone forever. From horror experiences that terrified us to MMOs, hero shooters, and creative platforms, these games shaped the industry, created communities, and left lasting memories. Stick around, because you'll be shocked at how many of these classics you'll never be able to play again. On number 1, we have PT, also known as the Playable Teaser. Back in 2014, this free demo appeared on the PlayStation Store. At first glance, it seemed simple, a creepy hallway looping endlessly. But each step, each turn, revealed something more disturbing. Doors slammed shut, shadows twisted, the radio whispered things you didn't want to hear. And then, the reveal, Silent Hills, a dream collaboration between Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, and starring Norman Reedus. Fans went wild. This wasn't just horror, it was a new era waiting to happen. But suddenly, Konami canceled it. The project was dead. Worse, PT was wiped from the PlayStation Store. No re-downloads, no second chances. Only those who still have it installed on their consoles can ever play it again. Today, PT is a legend, a ghost in gaming history. It proved how terrifying a short experience could be, and it left us all haunted, knowing what might have been. Now on number 2, Spec Ops: The Line. At first, it looked like just another military shooter. Sand, guns, soldiers. Nothing new, right? But once you played, you realized this was different. This wasn't about victory. It was about morality. Set in a ruined Dubai, you played Captain Walker. Missions seemed straightforward until the story twisted. Choices grew darker, actions had consequences. And then came that moment, the white phosphorus strike. A scene so shocking, it burned into players' memories forever. Spec Ops: The Line wasn't fun in the usual sense. It was uncomfortable. It forced players to question war, heroism, even themselves. That's why critics still call it one of the boldest shooters ever made. But in early 2024, it vanished, delisted from every major storefront. The reason? Licensing contracts and music rights expired. Just like that, it became nearly impossible to buy. Spec Ops: The Line isn't just gone. It's a reminder that some of gaming's most important stories can disappear, not because players forgot, but because of paperwork. On number 3, we have Battlefield: Bad Company, the game that brought humor, chaos, and destructible environments to the Battlefield series. Released in 2008, Bad Company was a breath of fresh air. Instead of serious soldiers, you followed a group of lovable misfits through explosive campaigns. Its sequel, Bad Company 2, expanded the experience with massive multiplayer battles, larger maps, and a storyline that fans still remember fondly. And let's not forget Battlefield 1943, the downloadable-only classic that let players jump into World War II action in bite-sized, high-octane matches. For years, these games were staples of the community. Then, in 2023, EA announced a major change. Digital copies were pulled, servers were retired. The reason? They didn't want players buying titles whose online features were shutting down. Today, these games live on in memories and old physical copies, but newcomers can no longer experience them. Bad Company wasn't just fun, it was iconic, witty, and groundbreaking. And now, it's a piece of history that can't be bought anymore. On number 4, Paragon, Epic Games' ambitious hero shooter. Launched in 2016, Paragon was stunning. Unreal Engine 4 brought gorgeous graphics. Third-person combat made every fight cinematic. Players picked unique heroes with flashy abilities, battling it out on detailed maps. It wasn't just a game, it was a spectacle. But then Fortnite exploded. Epic shifted focus almost entirely, leaving Paragon in the shadows. Community numbers fell, updates slowed, and in 2018, the servers went dark. The game was pulled from sale and became unplayable. Epic did leave a silver lining. They released Paragon's assets for free, so aspiring developers could experiment with the game's beautiful designs. Still, the original experience, the one fans played, loved, and mastered, is gone forever. Paragon reminds us of the fine line between ambition and timing. It had the visuals, the mechanics, and the potential to thrive, but sometimes even great games vanish too soon. Now on number 5, we have Marvel Heroes, the action RPG MMO that let players live their comic book dreams. Imagine combining Diablo's loot and grind with the Marvel Universe. Spider-Man swinging through rooftops, Wolverine tearing through enemies, Iron Man blasting with repulsors. It was a playground for fans. You could team up online, tackle missions, and level up hundreds of iconic heroes. For a time, the community thrived. Players unlocked skins, shared strategies, and built memories. But behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. Licensing conflicts, financial struggles, and management issues piled up. Then, in 2017, Disney pulled the plug. Gazillion Entertainment, the studio behind Marvel Heroes, shut down servers overnight. Digital storefronts vanished. No downloads, no offline mode. Gone. For fans, it was devastating. Years of progress, unlocked heroes, and epic battles disappeared in a flash. Marvel Heroes wasn't just a game, it was a dream world. Today, it survives only in videos, screenshots, and nostalgia. A powerful reminder that even massive franchises, loved by millions, aren't immune to disappearing forever. On number 6, Disney Infinity, the magical toys-to-life universe. Released in 2013, Disney Infinity let players scan collectible figures, Buzz Lightyear, Jack Sparrow, or Marvel Heroes, directly into the game. Suddenly, characters from different worlds could interact, fight, and explore together. The creativity was endless. You could play story modes, create levels, or even invent entire worlds using your favorite characters. Kids loved it. Families bonded over it. Collectors hunted the figures. The game's charm seemed unstoppable. But the toys-to-life market was changing. Production costs were high. The player base started shrinking. Then, in 2016, Disney made the shocking announcement. Disney Infinity would be canceled. Digital stores removed it. Online servers shut down. The toys could still sit on shelves, but the game itself? Gone. Today, Disney Infinity remains a symbol of ambition and creativity. It let us play inside our favorite franchises and then disappeared, leaving only memories, videos, and imagination. A world that once felt limitless now exists only in nostalgia. Now on number 7, we have Evolve, the game that promised something completely different. Released in 2015 by Turtle Rock Studios, Evolve offered asymmetrical multiplayer action. 4 hunters, each with unique abilities, teamed up to track and take down a massive player-controlled monster. Every match felt like a cinematic boss fight. Every decision counted. The concept was bold, the visuals stunning, and the gameplay thrilling. But despite the hype, problems emerged. DLC practices frustrated players. Balancing issues frustrated fans. And slowly, the player base began to shrink. In 2016, the developers tried to revive it with Evolve Stage 2, a free-to-play reboot. For a while, it worked. Players returned, hoping for redemption. But it wasn't enough. By 2018, servers were finally shut down. In 2023, 2K closed the final support, leaving the game completely unplayable. Evolve was ambitious, fresh, and unique. And though it burned bright for a short time, today it survives only in videos, screenshots, and memories, a reminder that even great ideas can disappear. On number 8, Battleborn, Gearbox's colorful hero shooter. Launched in 2016, Battleborn combined first-person action with MOBA-style hero abilities. Players chose from an eccentric roster, each character bursting with personality. PvP battles were chaotic, story missions were quirky, the art style was vibrant, the gameplay fast, and the humor unforgettable. But timing can make or break a game. Battleborn launched just weeks before Blizzard's Overwatch. The result? Battleborn struggled to maintain a player base. Updates, free-to-play conversions, and events couldn't save it. By 2019, it was delisted from digital storefronts. And in early 2021, servers were shut down completely. Even the single-player mode required an online connection, meaning the game is now unplayable. Battleborn wasn't just another shooter. It was imaginative, ambitious, and full of heart. Yet it became one of the most notable casualties in gaming history. Today, it survives only in memories, YouTube videos, and the stories of those who played it while it lasted. Now on number 9, we have Project Spark, Microsoft's ambitious game creation platform. Launched in 2014, Project Spark allowed players to design, share, and play custom games. You could build platformers, RPGs, puzzles, or entirely new worlds, all without coding. It was like Minecraft meets Little Big Planet, with endless creative possibilities. Players loved experimenting. They shared creations online. The community grew passionate. Project Spark wasn't just a game. It was a canvas. But the dream didn't last. constant online requirements, inconsistent updates, and declining support caused the community to shrink. By May 2016, Microsoft removed Project Spark from stores. 3 months later, servers were shut down, erasing the shared content ecosystem. Suddenly, creations and worlds vanished overnight. Project Spark showed the potential of player-driven creativity. It was innovative, inspiring, and full of promise. Yet it lasted only 2 short years. Today, it lives on in memories and archived videos, a reminder that even the most imaginative platforms can disappear, leaving only the legacy of creativity behind. On number 10, John Wick Hex, the tactical strategy game that captured the essence of the action hero. Released in 2019, it wasn't a traditional shooter. Instead, it turned combat into a chess-like puzzle. Every attack, reload, and dodge had to be carefully planned along a timeline. Players orchestrated John Wick's legendary gunfights, controlling the choreography with precision. The result? A game that felt like playing an action movie. Critics praised its originality, gameplay depth, and faithful adaptation of the John Wick universe. But even great games face limits. In 2025, the publisher announced that John Wick Hex would be delisted from all digital storefronts on July 17th. After that date, new purchases would be impossible. John Wick Hex reminds us that innovation doesn't always guarantee permanence. The game delivered a unique experience, blending strategy with cinematic flair. And now, like Wick himself, it disappears in a flash, leaving only memories, highlight reels, and the story of a title gone too soon. And that's the harsh reality of gaming. No matter how beloved, ambitious, or groundbreaking a game is, it can disappear overnight. Licensing deals expire, servers shut down, and even masterpieces can vanish from digital stores. But the impact of these 10 games lives on, in memories, videos, fan communities, and the stories we share. Which of these lost gems do you miss the most? Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Because while games may vanish, our passion for them keeps their legacy alive.